Hi, my name is Marion. I'm from the blog Miss Mustard Seed.
And I'm Kriste. I'm from the blog Rosemary and Thyme.
And this is Design Ramblings. And we are at the Lucketts Spring Market today. And you can see our booth behind us. This is Sunday, so we're a little cleared out.
It's a little rain ready.
Yes, and we've got, but the tarp is blue.
It is blue. It matches.
It does, even though I'm not quite into tarp blue. We're not going to have tarp blue in the Miss Mustard Seed Smoke Paint line. No big announcement on that one. Anyway, so we're going to talk about shopping at antique markets because that's where we are at an antique market. So, like, how long have you been how many have you been to? How long have you been shopping at antique markets?
A really long time. I remember being a kid and my parents would take me to a fair in Massachusetts called Brimfield, and it was just huge.
Oh, I've always wanted to be to Brimfield.
And it was awesome.
Be to Brimfield. Go to Brimfield.
I always wanted to be to Brimfield.
Just be at Brimfield, yes.
But it was awesome, and I loved walking around just seeing all the old things, and I'd always buy old toys, and I was that person, that little kid with, like antique toys in her room.
We've had some kid shoppers come through, and like I always think that's so neat because they get to interact with, older things.
Start them young.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I've been going to antique fairs, I think really since I was in about my 20s is when I was newly married, decorating my house, kind of found that antiques were my thing. And I loved that you could come to a market and get so many things at one place.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I think that's when it becomes a problem because then you actually feel like you need this stuff to fill your house. So then it's you're not walking out with a little trinket. You're like, I need it all. I need all of it for my house.
Have you bought anything here
today?
Overall?
Overall, yeah. In the past, I've bought some wall hangings and stuff like that. Today, I bought some little clay pigeons.
Yes, we should have done show and tell.
For my garden that doesn't exist, but will someday.
It will, yeah, it will. Well, so what are your tips for shopping at an antique market? Like, what do you look for? What do you think what's a successful day at an antique market?
Well, I think finding something that you really love and something that you're going to feel great about when you get home and not just that you're excited about in the moment. And then also something with a really good price point. I guess that would be my top two things. Make sure you really love what you're getting, and then also make sure you're getting it at a good price point.
Yeah, I think those are great tips because there is such a there can be a frenzy or this real excitement like I have to buy this. I'm not ever going to find it again. And then you end up buying something that maybe isn't functional for your home. So yeah, I think that's a great tip to make sure that you buy what you love. Don't be afraid to think about it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to walk away. It
might be a couple laps around.
It might be sold, but then it's just not meant to be. Not meant to be. So don't stress about that. I think again, we're always told if you see it, buy it, but make sure you love it first. Yeah, definitely bring cash with you when you're coming to one of these antique markets because although a lot more are accepting credit cards with the the Square and the PayPal here and all that. But I still think you have more negotiating power because they don't have to pay fees with credit cards. There's something about, pulling
the money out and they're like, all right.
Pulling the cash out, There was a girl who would always shop my booth and her husband would sort of stand in the back and he had this wad of hundreds and 20s just ready to go, so she'd pick out everything she wanted and then he'd come up with this little wad of cash. But anyway, yeah, so I think bring cash. Don't be afraid to negotiate.
I negotiated today, which I am afraid of doing, but I did it today.
I think most people expect it, most vendors do. I think you want to be careful though not to point out flaws and stuff. This is cracked and it kind of looks bad, so can I get a discount? It's well then why do you want to buy it from me? Thank you for insulting my stuff.
Product.
Yeah. So I think be kind and just say hey, I love this. I was wondering, can you do a better price? If something's priced, $25 maybe, and they say, well, make an offer. Maybe go to 20 or maybe you could try 18 and negotiate a little bit.
That's where I always have a problem because they say make me an offer and I'm like, well, I want to say $5, but.
But yeah, you don't want to insult them because I think then they're just going to, again, it's going to be well, you know what, never mind. And some people do get rubbed the wrong way negotiating. You do have to kind of feel them out and just know, like, again, if something doesn't work out, a sale doesn't work out, don't be afraid to walk away. Right. Don't be afraid to just let it go.
Yeah, don't feel compelled to buy it, because I've done that before, and then I get home like,
yeah,
overspent, and I don't really love it, and I just felt like I was on the spot, and I had to do it.
And I think don't be afraid to buy one amazing thing. Because I know for me, those bargain shoppers, like we want to come home with like a trunk full of stuff for $200. And when sometimes it's like you could have bought like the piece that you were eyeing and drooling over that you would have just cried if you got it. And you bought all this little stuff instead. So I think sometimes like more isn't more. Just buy,
right.
Yeah. So I think it's okay if you come home with one great thing that you love. That's okay.
Absolutely.
Wear sunscreen.
Unless you're Cuban.
Right. Unless you're Kriste.
And then don't worry about it.
And then don't. Although you still need the UV protection.
That's true.
That's true. Definitely bring like water. It's a good idea to bring like a tote bag.
Right. Maybe, so you're not lugging all your stuff around all day.
Yeah.
In the paper
like
bags.
That. Bring a guy to carry your stuff, or friends who like to carry things for you. Yeah.
That's right.
Who have big guns. We have Brita with a B here.
Standing right behind the camera.
She's behind the camera though, but she's there. Anyway, and we've got people walking by waving. This is so fun. It's like a cool atmosphere. Oh, she's like carrying off something she just bought from our booth.
We promise she paid for it. We're still over here, not paying attention.
That's right. We're filming a YouTube video. We can't man our booth right now. What else?
I don't know.
Well, I think it's time's up because the band just started again.
Thanks, guys.
But anyway, yeah, I think you should go check out an antique fair. It's a lot of fun. Good music, good food, good people, and I think you can find some cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we'll see you next time.
You're gonna need to help me because I'm a little nervous right now.
You're nervous because people are going to be watching you? I might get the giggles. This is like a prime time to get the giggles.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
I'm the shyest person in the world. Ask what my stomach's doing right now. Not good things.
The band has started. Can you hear us?
It's either a train or a band.
Right.
It's always something.
Is he singing another song about alcohol?